It is July 1st, 2025, and the big, beautiful bill passed. What does that mean for AI? Let's talk about it.
Welcome to the AI for Everyone Daily Brief.
In a late night vote, the U.S. Senate voted overwhelmingly, 99-1, overwhelmingly, to reject a proposal that was in the big, beautiful bill that would have blocked all state-level AI regulation for a decade. I did a video on that over here if you're interested. Now, of course, industry lobbyists called this very necessary. We're in this AI war or race or whatever you want to call it, and they feel that they need all the freedom that they can take to make this happen. And then some state leaders came out and said that this is dangerous. This is setting a dangerous precedent. So now the future of AI regulation is not sitting at the federal level. It is going to be sitting at the state level. So keep that in mind as we move forward in this very look, I don't know which one is better. I don't know if no regulation is better. I don't know if the federal government regulating is better or the state. I don't think we have a win here. But we have to take a look at this and see what happened and how it impacts us. So the original language would have punished any state that tried to pass any type of AI laws by withholding funding. We kind of all know how the script is today. This was very quietly slipped in, and I can tell you, not a lot of people were talking about this outside of my community, the tech community, even the AI community. But it finally did start sparking some backlash. Now, I think how they were able to slip it in is the masses, the general population does not understand at all what's going on with AI. They look at it as a toy, a parlor trick, just another evolution of the web or search or whatever that is. But it's very hard for normal working folks to really understand the breadth, the depth, and the power of what AI has. So it's very understandable how this went under the radar. But we have Senators Marsha Blackburn of Tennessee and Maria Cantwell of Washington. They introduced an amendment to kill this provision, and it passed again with that near unanimous support of 99-1. Why this matters? Well, you have CEOs like Sam Altman that have made comments that, look, if I have 50 different states with 50 different sets of rules, that makes innovation nearly impossible. Now, maybe he's right, but isn't AI so smart that it should be able to navigate all of those differences in a millisecond? There's something to think about. But state lawmakers did push back because they're pointing to the federal government's lack of addressing any type of issue when it comes to deep fakes, child safety, voice impersonations, and more. And these are legitimate concerns. But let me give you guys a warning out there, ladies and gentlemen, because if you are enjoying the wild west of freedom and AI right now, having fun on TikTok, making fun videos, doing whatever that is, your time could be coming to an end in your backyard. So enjoy it while you can, that's for sure. But here in this case, the message was very clear. If Congress isn't going to act, then the states will. And that's exactly what's happening, because we have states from California to Arkansas that have AI laws that are being prepared. They're ready to go. Some are thoughtful, some are reactive, but all of them are happening. And unfortunately, they're happening without any national plan. So how does this impact you? Well, if your business works across state lines, this is going to create a very fragmented landscape. It's not a lot different than some of the issues we deal with the internet. California has a lot of laws that have to be, looked at as you're doing business that other states don't have. If you're doing business overseas, there's other things that you have to do to maintain compliance with that. So now we're going to have to navigate that with AI. So like I alluded to earlier, enjoy the Wild West while you have it, because some of those things will be coming to an end. In Tennessee, they have already passed something called the Elvis Act, And this is a banning of AI generated voice clones. This is something that is fun to do. A lot of people do. I'm sure you've all seen some of the videos over on TikTok or YouTube Shorts or whatever with some of these famous people or political figures with their voice cloned, being synthetic. California is exploring AI workplace kind of protections, and then Florida might go in the other direction. So, like everything else, we are seeing polar opposites across political lines. One side is going to want to regulate heavily, the other side is going to want to not regulate at all. Again, the answer is usually somewhere in the middle. But one thing we do know politically, that when money's on the table, politics all of a sudden goes out the door, because California was working on this AI Protection Act not that long ago, 6-9 months, something like that ago. And in the final hours, it was passed all the way up. Gavin Newsom, the governor, vetoed it. And come to find out, shortly after that, OpenAI, who is in San Francisco or Silicon Valley, got the largest funding round in history. So vetoed, the money came in. You see where this is going. So here's the thing, whether you build, whether you market, whether you advise with AI, this is going to be your new reality, just trying to navigate all this stuff. And if you're trying to wait on some kind of system or clarification or rules within the game, well, I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. So you are going to need to build for complexity. That's just the bottom line. So what are 3 things that you can do right now? Well, number 1 is check your state's AI bills. Stay abreast of these things. See what's already passed. See what's in the pipeline. Read them. Even if you don't want to read them or they're complicated or whatever that is, put them into ChatGPT and ask it to explain it to you like you're 8 years old. Make sure you understand what's in the pipeline and what's coming down the pipeline and what gets passed, because your business, your future is going to depend on this. Tip number 2, document all of your AI usage. Doesn't matter if you're a solopreneur or a full enterprise company, document that usage. I mean, workflows, your tools, your vendors, everything that you're doing, you want to make sure that you're documenting that, because in the future, you might have to explain why and how you used certain tools. And what I mean by that, just because something is okay to do now and we are in the Wild West era of AI, it might not be legal or allowed 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now. So you're going to have to go in and do these audits and checkups and make sure that you are working, you're not in a gray area, that you're doing everything correctly. So please make sure that you're documenting that. And as you're doing it, go to the tip number 1 and make sure that you're looking at those new AI laws that are coming out. You're putting that in your ChatGPT or whatever it is. You're putting your AI usage in there and asking it, am I compliant? Am I doing everything okay in accordance with these new rules? And that is going to help keep you safe, keep you legal, and keep you out of some hot water. And tip number 3 is draft flexible internal policies. Now, I know for any company that is bogged down with the bureaucratic red tape world, this is going to be a major challenge for you. But compliance is not going to be universal, and your standards are going to need to scale and adapt. And you're going to need to be able to change and pivot very quickly. And I know many of you out there are not in systems that allow that to happen, but this is going to be crucial moving forward. So let me say that again, because it sounds kind of funny to say with some of the people that I've worked with, but draft flexible internal policies that you can make changes to very quickly. Oh, and one more thing, and this is very important. Look, most people out there right now are too busy arguing about presidents, Congress, left, right, woke, MAGA. It's all a distraction. The real decisions are being made in quiet rooms, state legislatures, school boards, even the city councils. These are the people that are going to be guiding the way AI is used in the classroom, in the courtroom, and at your place of employment. And many of these positions are elected by only a few hundred people with a few hundred votes, maybe less. And honestly, I don't know what's worse, letting the tech giants write their own rules or handing this responsibility over to that aging realtor who sits on the city council and thinks that AI is just a filter on Instagram, but still gets that vote on how AI is going to be used in your child's school. So please show up, ask questions, read the bill, share it with somebody that you know that doesn't know the difference between ChatGPT and Google. Because the future of AI at this point is not going to be shaped in your state by the smartest people. It's going to be shaped by whoever's in the room when the vote gets called. And that is the end of our time together. If you found value here, please click that subscribe button, that like button, that share button. Leave a comment, get in the conversation. I want to know what you think about everything that's going on here. All right, that's it for me. My name is Harrison Painter. This has been your AI Daily Brief. And until next time, keep creating, keep innovating, and most importantly, keep up. God bless.
Thanks for listening. I'm glad you stayed. One more spark for the plans you've made. If this show hit, go share the vibe. Like, subscribe, let's build this tribe. Been blazing trails, now I'm building new. Launch ready's live, and the work is true. No hype, no bull, no vaporware. Just real results and a voice that cares.
Keep creating, feel that spark. Keep innovating, leave your mark. And I move fast, don't miss the cut. Keep creating, keep innovating, and most importantly, keep up.
Thank you for your support.